Okay.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Chris and Laura Trostel here with the Intuitive Couple, and we're going live. We have some technical difficulties which caused us to start a little bit later, and we're going to have to go around everything right now also. So, I'm going to let Chris talk a little bit.
Me? Like, what do I have to say?
And then we're actually bringing Steph Brady on tonight. She is a real live ghost hunter out of Texas. So basically, we're going to have her on with us, and she's going to tell us all kinds of cool stuff. And basically, we were going to have videos of her on here, but we're going to have her voice for you. So we have Steph here. Hi, Steph.
Hi, how you guys doing?
See, maybe we'll hold you up like this.
Oh, yes, I'll do.
Yeah, we will.
Yes, you can.
All right, so we're just going to share this to a couple of groups, and then we're going to get in and start talking. Okay? So, just give us a sec. We're just going to share a few things here because we want people to be able to hear all your awesome stuff. So everybody needs to get their ghostly questions.
Heck yeah.
And we're going to try to play your the stuff you sent over too.
EVPs?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was
Those
freaky.
are cool. Yeah, they were.
Can I ask questions now, or do I have to wait till later?
No, you can ask questions.
Oh,
I'm
really?
just going to share.
I was just curious. I didn't know. I mean, like, how the heck got you into the profession that you're in?
Yeah, I've always been interested in this, especially after I had a paranormal experience in college. I had a boyfriend that died, and there was a white opaque figure that came to me 3 nights in a row after he died, kind of blocking me from getting up. My roommate even saw it. I'm positive it was him, and ever since then I've been very interested in the paranormal and ghost hunting.
Understood.
Yeah.
So, I guess, I don't know. And I think, and how popular is it? I mean, is there a lot of people out there that do the same thing? I mean,
There's a lot of teams, but a lot of them break up. I think we're still one of the longest teams. We've been going about 4 years right now.
Uh-huh.
And I've been with them about 2.5 years.
Understood. It's got to be crazy. So
it is crazy. We're one of the few ones that actually goes out and cleanses the house for the people and actively gets rid of them.
Understood.
Or tries to get rid of what's there. So, whereas a lot of teams don't do that.
Getting it?
Yeah, I'm just sharing stuff.
Understood. So then...
Okay.
No, that's crazy. I would have never... I don't know. So do you ever get, like, scared anytime you...
I want to know that.
Yeah, me personally, once I have been, but generally I don't get scared. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I just don't tend to get freaked out that often. I did get a little freaked out when I heard those 3 EVPs.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're going to
Said
play
my
those.
name. Yeah. But that was after the fact, because I did the audio, I want to say about a week later. So I listened to it after the fact. If I had heard it during it, I think it would have made a huge difference.
Oh my. So you actually heard them afterwards.
Yeah, I heard them after we tape the audio. We have about 4 or 5 different recorders going on in each room. And then we post questions or we just listen. And then we go afterwards and we do the audio. We listen to it. And we see what EVPs are on there. And those were 3 that I found. There was a lot in that case. It was we call it the Ouija app one, where somebody put a Ouija board app on the phone.
Uh-huh.
And that thing didn't do anything. But it definitely did. It opened a portal and let some nasty things in. So, that was what I think we had over 100 EVPs on that case.
Okay.
Which is a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. And you can just tell by the voice. I don't know. I presumed it to be demonic. I think everybody else did too. And you could just tell by the voice that it wasn't a good thing. Definitely not.
So then what do you think of, like, when movies like The Conjuring and stuff like that come out? And, I mean, is it like that?
I actually haven't seen it. Believe it or not,
Oh,
I
really?
haven't seen that.
It's a phenomenal flick.
But,
It is good.
is it good? I should watch it. I keep saying I'm going to go watch it, so maybe tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Understood.
I get really scared, so we'll see. I don't know, but I don't know. I keep wanting to go see the Ouija movie too, as well, because people don't realize how dangerous that is. I mean, they market it as a game. It's in there in the game out for kids, and I think it's a piece of cardboard in a game piece where they don't realize they don't know what they're letting in. They don't know how to close the portal. They don't know that whatever is saying who it is actually that person. Generally, it's not. It's lower level entities that are coming in, or or worse. And so, I don't know. There's a lot of kids out there playing with it, and now since they've got the Ouija app, you can get it on your app store. Things like and even kids. I guess there's a game called Charlie. I don't know exactly what that involves, but even kids in kindergarten are playing that, and that's kind of like it's a paranormal game.
Really? Dang.
So, yeah, it is. I forget what they do, but yeah, kids as young as 5 years old are playing that. It's just dangerous when you get into that kind of stuff.
Oh no.
What's that?
I said understood.
Yeah, it is. That's one of the things that I always caution against. There's definitely a certain way you have to get rid of it. You can't. Some people just throw it away or burn it, or burning it's like the worst thing you can do. You need to cover it with a cloth and bury it essentially in like running water after putting holy water and holy oil and salt on it. So there's definitely a certain way you need to get rid of it, or it just make matters worse.
That's interesting. Do you find that a lot of what you deal with is brought in by that, or where do you think a lot that's coming from?
I think about 30% of it is definitely. There's a lot we just don't know where it came from, to be honest with you. And there's other reasons. There's, people will do seances as well. And they'll, there's a lot of things that they can do to bring it in. Negative energy will fuel it. But yeah, a lot of times we go in there, we have no idea where it came from, or where it originated from, or why it's there even.
That's interesting.
So we just don't have to get rid of it.
So
there's a lot of, I'm trying to think of some other cases. One was a case that it came in through, believe it or not, some plastic flowers that came from like Hobby Lobby.
Oh, really?
They were haunted, believe it or not. So they had to be removed from the home. The house had to be cleansed, and they've had no further problems since.
So when do people call? Oops, wait a minute, we lost her.
They call.
Okay, keep going.
Are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. When it gets to the point that they get scared, or just plain sick of it, or it starts getting violent, some people get scratched, or this one lady was getting hit. They get pulled off the bed at night.
Oh my gosh.
They get like a heavy sensation on their chest, things like that, and that's when generally they'll call us. And then we'll just go in and we'll do a thorough investigation of everything. We have all this different equipment. We have the EMF detectors. We have, of course, the tape recorders. We take about 4 hours of video times 5 recorders. And then the audio, and then there's like ovuluses, which you turn it on and it spits out words that are supposedly generated by the spirit itself. There's I'm looking to acquire a ghost box, which is, I don't know if you've heard of those.
Mm-mm.
They're called a telephone to the dead as well. And they scan really fast through all these different radio stations, and the ghosts are able to communicate on the white noise and static.
So do you hear
So
like?
they're able to.
Do you hear
You
from?
can hear words. You can ask them questions, and in fact, we did one last night. I have an intuitive class, and we did one last night, and you can hear them plain as day. You ask them questions, and they'll answer back.
Huh.
Can you feel them or anything?
Really,
Like, do they ever glance like your arm or anything like that, or pull your hair, like try to mess with you in any way, shape, or form? Just out of curiosity.
I've been touched before, not a lot, but I've been touched. There's other people that have been scratched on my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
3 scratches, and usually anything with 3s generally is demonic, because they, by doing things in 3s, essentially they're mocking the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And Jesus was supposedly born at 3 in the afternoon, so they think 3 a.m. is like their time supposedly to really kick up. They do things in 3s, 3 knocks on the walls. That's why with the EVPs, I got a little freaked out, because there are 3 EVPs with my name on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring them up.
Yeah.
That was really freaky. That second one is like freaky.
That was really clear, and the way he said it was, or it said it, I don't know what to call it. But yeah, it was clear as day.
All right, I'm gonna try to play it. See if people can hear it. Did you hear
I
it?
heard that one. Yeah, I did hear that one. It was clear.
I'm gonna play it again. It's freaky. All right, wait. I'm gonna play the third one too.
I have a question, babe.
Oh, okay. I can hear that one. We'll play them again. We do have a question. If you believe this exists, could this happen to you more often?
Me personally,
Yeah.
it could. There are times that spirits have been known to follow people home. We do a lot of protection. We pray before, we pray after. We have a lot of protection items, blessed items that we carry on us. So I've had one time where a spirit followed me home, and it was pretty innocent. I think it was just a human spirit. I think sometimes they think we can hear them there, that they can communicate with us more, and so they followed me home. They felt comfortable.
Understood.
But we did a cleansing of the house, and then it went away. So
Another question.
yeah.
Do you have to actually do something to let them in?
Yeah, not all the time, believe it or not. Like I said, there's a lot of times where we have no idea. We try and we think we have no idea where it came from, who came in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But-
not all the time. Sometimes.
Another question.
How long did it take you to perfect this skill that you have?
How long? Probably a couple months. I think to learn all the equipment and the ins and outs of the cleansing and setup and all that. Probably about a couple months.
I mean,
And my interest really helped.
Right. So, like, that equipment is interesting because would you say without the equipment, it is really hard to kind of, like, hear them or, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Without the equipment, it is hard to hear because they speak on a lower or higher wavelength than we do.
Uh-huh.
So we can't audibly hear it with our ear.
Understood.
That's why we rely on tape recorders and things like that.
Do you,
We
is,
actually have a real-time tape recorder, too, where you can hear. It's like a 4-second delay, 3-second delay.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
can hear them as they come out.
Understood. So, do you have to slow down the recording or anything like that? I mean, in order to...
No,
Is there a certain... No?
no. We just record it and then we play it back, just at the same speed.
I was just curious if it was so fast or so hard to capture and stuff like that. I mean, with...
Yeah, I can't explain that.
You know, I mean... I guess I'm hard of hearing, so, I mean, I'd have to be, like...
No, it's a good question. The way you have to listen to it, too, is the best way. You got to listen to it with headphones, otherwise you'll miss some of them.
Understood. Or I didn't know if you had, like, a program that you ran, and so, like, it showed you,
We
like, the
do.
different vibrations or whatever.
Exactly, we use Audacity.
Oh,
And
okay.
it does show the vibrations on there, and it shows, you get to a point where you can just look at it and you can tell whether there was an EVP and whether there isn't an EVP. So it gets easier as you go along,
Mm-hmm.
visibly. So,
We have another comment. I'm just trying to read the whole thing. Oh,
okay.
we're trying to scroll up. Oh, Tyree is saying, I could say honestly, I do have a child spirit that has followed me for about 12 years. Do you notice spirits following
Oh, really?
for like that long? Like for 12
What
years.
was the last part? I'm sorry.
That has followed me for about 12 years.
That's a long time. Obviously, it is. Children's spirits are, to me, they're harmless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when there's a lot of reasons when children die, a lot of times they're looking for their mom or dad. They don't know where to go. They don't know to go towards the light. They wander, around a lot. And if they see somebody that it might be a point that they're comfortable with, then yeah, they're going to stick with them.
So, and in that, like when you cleanse like the house, and let's say there's a child spirit or whatever, do you like send them to the light? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Personally, I try to. I'll pray to Saint Michael and try and ask him to open up the light for them to see,
Mm-hmm.
in my head, and then ask him to guide them towards the light. So, yeah, we do.
okay.
So what do you cleanse yourself like after doing and all this and that? I mean, besides prayers, I mean, like what do you? I mean, because a lot of people use like sage and stuff
Yeah.
like that to clear their
Right.
energy, or like a sea salt bath and stuff like that. I mean,
Personally, yeah, I've got pink sea salt is what I use.
mm-hmm.
To be honest, though, I don't use it till the next day because I get home sometimes like 4 in the morning,
Oh my word.
and so I just collapse.
I bet.
And then the next day I will get up and use that.
And do you prefer like any
We'll take-
different? Is there any kind of different like sea salt? So you said you use pink. Like, what about like black or like kosher salt and stuff like that?
Kosher salt's always good. That's
Mm-hmm.
what we use, in fact, to surround the house with the windows, close
We do
off
that too.
and seal the windows and the doors and everything. We use kosher sea salt for that.
Uh
We use that a lot too.
So,
We go through a lot of
Yeah.
salt.
huh. I bathe myself in it.
Yeah. We also do sage regularly and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it sounds like, I mean, they could kind of like pick up, kind of wherever.
right. Yeah, it can. A lot of reasons it can happen too. There, yeah, because the property and the house doesn't necessarily have to be the house, but the history of the property,
Okay.
things like that. That could have a lot to do with it.
Tyree has another question on the child spirit.
Sure.
She says she is harmless. She's asking if she should call a priest over.
Is it uncomfortable for her?
Is it uncomfortable for you?
Can you, or you can message back, can't you?
I don't know if I can.
Oh yeah, true.
Because we're listening. Well,
I'm sorry.
Tyree, if you're there, let us know if it's uncomfortable for you, and we'll get an
She
answer.
can always call us too, and we can come out there.
Beautiful.
And your site again? I don't think we ever said it.
I know, huh?
I know.
Okay.
I'm terrible.
www.ghosttexas.org.
She does say sometimes it is uncomfortable.
Okay, tell her to give us a call.
Yeah. So get in touch with Steph, and they'll help. Talina has a question. How does sage cleanse a house? Like, what does it do?
The spirits don't like it. They don't like the smell. They don't like anything about it. So it pushes them. You generally go from the farthest room towards the front door,
Oh.
and the sage kind of pushes them as you go. So
Okay.
there's other incenses that we use too. We use frankincense, we've used myrrh, and of course sage.
Understood. So, what is your favorite as far as, does one work better than the other to you?
Parkinson's and the Roar works a little better. I'm not sure. I prefer that over the Sage, personally. It kind of reminds me, I used to be Catholic, kind of reminds me of church.
Yeah.
I'm Catholic. Heck, I got it.
Oh, you know that smell then.
Yes, sir.
So I'm interested in like when you talk about like you're not usually scared or what's like this like tell us a scary story.
Trying to think of one. Geez, for me, let me think. I don't know. Trying to really think, because I don't get scared that much, but I honestly, I'd say probably the scariest one would have been the haunted flower one. Quite frankly, because we've got someone in the team who's psychic.
Okay.
And she did get a vision of children being burned.
Oh my.
And yeah, it really affected her deeply. And the owner was telling us about visions that she, and those kind of visions that she received always, every night, there would be nuns that would come, and there would be, spirits dressed in old-time clothes, and in some of her dreams, the nuns had turned into, I forget which they turned into, but they weren't good. And that to me was scary.
Yeah.
She was living with that. They would come and they'd touch her and they'd talk to her, and personally, I couldn't imagine anything like that. That would scare me.
Yeah.
Something happened like that to me.
So does she cleanse it? Like, is that important for her to really not only cleanse but do protection?
Yeah, it is very, very important to her. A lot of meditating beforehand, if she's because she knows it's going to be the case, and I'm sure cleansing afterwards as well. And plus the protection items.
Okay.
That has a huge bearing on it.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have certain ones that mean something to us. Like I have a rosary of my mom's that was blessed by Hoton Paul. So that means a lot to me. So I carry that with me. So it's things like that. Things that are personal to it, and we just use as protection devices.
Understood.
And they work.
Mm-hmm.
So out of curiosity, is there like a lot of different places, like say like all over the world, like do you notice, or like even in states or stuff like that, that has, I guess, more possession or hauntings or stuff like that than any other place? I mean, with all due respect, like going back to England and let's say like all these castles that have stood for so many years.
Right. I know that New Orleans is supposed to be extremely haunted, especially after Hurricane, what was that?
Katrina.
I remember the name, it's escaping me.
Katrina.
Hurricane Katrina, especially after that one. It's extremely, extremely haunted. St. Augustine, Florida is top haunted place. There's a plethora of haunted places around the United States. There's one, in fact, in Texas. It's a fort, and I forget the name of the fort, but you can actually stay overnight there.
Oh, really?
And yeah.
Have you stayed over?
Investigations.
Like the Stanley?
Yeah, the Stanley.
I haven't done it yet, no.
We have the Stanley in Estes.
I know, she's from it. You said, did you stay at the Stanley?
I have stayed at the Stanley, in fact, but I didn't notice anything.
Really?
So, but I guess they've given up their ghost tours, from what I understand. Fortunately.
That's funny.
That was one of my things that I wanted to do. Because I guess from what I hear, and I don't know if this was a good source or not, but from what I heard, it was getting kind of violent during the ghost tours, so they canceled those.
Oh my gosh.
So, but I was planning on, I kept saying every time I came down there, I'm going to do it this time. And I never ended up doing it, so now I'm really disappointed.
Well, when you come to Colorado again, we'll all go together.
In a couple months.
Oh, nice.
That sounds great.
Hit us up and we'll go with you. Maybe.
Sounds good. Sounds fantastic.
So like for like readers too, like Chris and I, we both do psychic readings, and you know, this is what we do, and we don't go to anybody's home. All of our readings are online and stuff like that. Like, should we have protection devices around us more?
I definitely think so. In fact, I use protection even when I'm just reading the audio on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think so. I think you should say a little prayer and do some protection.
That's interesting.
Protection devices.
I'm going to play the audio one more time if anybody came in and didn't hear it yet.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
I'm going to play the freaky one. Did you hear that? Wait, I'll play it again. That freaks me out every time I listen to it. When you said it to us, I was like, that's freaky!
Yeah, we had to listen.
That one was no bueno. He wasn't good.
So, I mean, this is going to be maybe a weird question, but do you find that when you get rid of something, and maybe it was a little bit more like a malevolent type, you know, spirit or whatever, do you find like there's repercussions? Like, do more try to come back? Or, I mean, are you guys like, you know, on their list? You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I know what you mean, but, you know, personally, except for that one, you know, spirit that did no harm, it's never happened to me, and to the best of my knowledge, it hasn't happened to most of the people on my team.
Okay.
So I think we do a really good job protecting. And
Okay.
it does, occasionally it will come back to the house. We just go there and do another cleansing. There's, you know, 3 types of cleansing we do. One is just a general cleansing. The other is, you know, kind of a, for lack of a better word, more, you know, kind of a haunting. And the third one is an exorcism of the whole house. Where we do there's a lot of prayers involved in that. We do holy oil and holy water and the whole, you know, salt and everything.
So I was on your site, again, Ghost and the same T for Texas.org.
Yeah.
And so one of your team members is a ordained minister?
Yeah, Matt, he's the head of it, he's the co-founder, he's an ordained minister, and he's been doing this for about 15 years with a lot of success, a ton of success. So he's the backbone of the group, definitely.
That is really interesting.
It is.
I mean, like, how do you get into that? You know what I mean? Like, how, like, you're a minister and you're like, you know what? I'm going to become, like, a Ghostbuster.
I think it's in your, I think it's kind of in your blood, to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think it just is.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he was born with it in his blood. He started when he was young, like 15 years old, I think, out in Las Vegas. So he's been doing this a long while.
That's interesting. We have another question for you. How does a spirit become malevolent? Ugh, I can't say it now. Bad.
You know, there are spirits that, like, if you're a bad person, a cranky person, cantankerous person, in my opinion, you're going to be that way when you're a spirit. And so that's one way. The other way, demons, they never were of this earth. They never were human. They come from, you know, hell. Devil gives them the power. And so there's 2 types. Definitely 2 types. And one, if you're dealing with a human spirit, they have free will just like we do. So most of the time we can ask them to leave, but we can't make them leave. You can guide them to leave, to go someplace else, try and make it more attractive, but just like people, you can't make them leave. But the demons we can't make leave. We can send them right back down.
Okay. I had a question on the tip of my tongue, and do you ever come across, like, spirits that, like, they're not, you know, bad, they're just kind of like maybe trickster type stuff? Right.
Yeah, definitely. I do. And we do. And, you know, just do the same. I mean, do they cleansing of the house and try and guide them out. Generally, most of the time it works.
Like, I get the feeling, though, that you're so compassionate. Like, I feel like you're compassionate towards some of these spirits as well.
I personally, I am. I feel bad, especially because some of them, they just don't know that. Some of them don't know that they're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really sad. Some of them are scared, or were scared to go to the light because they were scared of generally what judgment they had coming to them. And some of them just are attached to the property, their house, certain things in it, or people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's like 4 times, and then the other ones are just containers and want to create problems. So there's 4 kinds actually, I think.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So, but yeah, I feel bad for most of them. I honestly do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'd want some help. I wouldn't want to be just left wandering around there. It just seems really sad to me.
Mm-hmm.
So is there a certain time? Is there a certain time at night that you? A certain time at night that you have to go in there and do this, or time of day, or anything like that? Do you start? I mean, just out of curiosity,
Don't do it during the day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go over there probably about 8 o'clock at night to start. We do turn off all the lights. Everything's done in the dark.
Uh-huh.
And then we start investigation, and we usually take about 4 or 5 hours. Cleansings take about another hour. So, like I said, we usually, you know, sometimes if we go out to eat afterwards. So usually get home between 2 and 4.
Oh man.
Understood.
But I'm a night owl, so that doesn't.
Yeah, so it works for you. I'd be like.
Yeah, it works for me. Definitely. So it definitely works for me. Plus, I love doing it.
Yeah.
So it gives me extra energy because I do enjoy doing it a lot. Enjoy looking at the equipment. If I get bored, I'm always on the websites looking at new equipment. So it gives me a thrill.
Yeah, I didn't know, like, if you're doing, like, an exorcism or anything, like, if it had to be at a certain time or certain days or certain, you know, I mean...
No, it doesn't have to be a certain time. It has to be at night. Generally at night works best.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
So tell us a little bit more about your team. You said one's a psychic, you have an ordained minister.
Right. The ordained minister's clairvoyant. We've got the co-founder, Rachel, who's his wife. She's our case manager. Let's see, we've got Daria, who's she's very intuitive, I think, and she takes great spirit photos. So she uses the camera a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
There's Colleen, who's just fantastic at what she does. There's Cyan, and she's great as well. And I think that's it. I don't think I'm leaving anybody out. And there's Lydia. We just had a little baby who's the cutest thing. So she comes as often again right now, but she's being a mommy.
Well, so, that's a big job. That's scarier than ghosts sometimes.
Exactly. So we got about 10 total on the team. Right
and
now.
then is the whole team there? Like when you go, like let's say you go investigate a house.
It depends who can make it. Sometimes we have 4, sometimes we have all 10. You know, it just depends.
Okay. So like you said, people start reaching out to you when they start getting scared. Right. Like, is that the time when people should reach out, or should they reach out before then?
I think probably before, because then we can coax them. A lot of times, like, negative energy will feed into giving the spirits power, especially if it's demonic. It'll go after, it'll pit the couple against another, because it feeds off the anger, it feeds off the negative energy. So if they come to us before, we can kind of coach them through that.
Do you think
Does that make sense?
do you think this like happens like more often than not? Like sometimes people are really struggling, or like something's going on and they're just like at each other's throats and they're like, we don't know what's going on, it could be that.
I do think it happens. A lot of times I don't think people realize. Some of the time I think they realize, but they don't know who to reach out to. They're scared to reach out. And we're always there for anybody. You know, we'll stay with them until the problem's solved. Generally, it just takes one time, but if it doesn't, then we're back with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the client's the most important thing to us.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's just interesting. Like, you could have a ghost going on.
Tell me about it. Not to get an old priest and a young priest over.
Yeah, do you have any animals?
We do. We have a little dog.
Yeah, if you see the dogs, like my dog, when I had this her in the house, she would just look ahead and start barking at nothing. And that was kind of a clue to me.
She was doing that today.
In fact, both of them did.
Yeah.
That kind of clued me off a little bit there. And then when my son was, his partner, they knew something was there instinctively, so they were burning a forgiveness candle, or protection candle, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole thing exploded, and the flame shot about 4 feet in the air.
Dang.
And so I knew it was time to get somebody out here.
Yeah,
They were pretty freaked out at that.
I would think so. So do you think that you do experience it more because you're in it all the time?
I don't think so. Personally, no. I feel very well protected. I feel pretty confident about that.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm pretty protected, and that, like I said, I'm one of the ones that I don't get scratched. I've gotten touched once. I don't know why. But, I don't get that alarmed, generally.
Yeah, that would probably freak me out.
I don't know. So it doesn't bounce from person to person, or you don't notice anybody acting different, stuff like, I guess, you have some bad spirit there or anything. Go ahead.
Ask again.
I'm sorry. I gotta clear my throat. Go ahead.
Okay. He's asking, like, do you notice, like, if you do have, like, a spirit that's being, like, bad or, is getting violent, does it go from person to person, or is it, generally, like, goes after one?
Generally, I think it stays with one and goes after one.
Huh.
For some reason, especially if it's an angry spirit. That in my experiences in the cases, a lot of times it will just stick with that one person and attack that one person more. Yeah, and I don't know the reason for that, but occasionally it will lash out at the other ones, but for the most part, it sticks with just one person. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of some other cases we've had. And I'm totally drawing a blank. The last case that we did was, in fact, I've still got the audio to do. I don't know about, we still got, the one lady was, whoever it was it would bounce off from the mother who lived in another city, and the daughter who lived in, it was 50 miles away. And the spirit was said to bounce from one house to the next. And it attacked the sister by, whenever she was laying in bed with somebody, it would just hit her, or it would just primarily hit her. It didn't matter whether it be the dogs or her granddaughters or her husband, it would get upset at her.
Wow.
And so they called us in. Yeah, they called us in, and we had to cleanse the first house, and then go over and investigate, and then cleanse the second house. So, and that seems to have done the job.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it does primarily it does attack one person. I don't know why.
So do you come across more of what you think are demons, or do you come across more of what you think is like spirits stuck here?
I think probably more demons than anything is what we come across, and partly because the use of the Ouija board is so prevalent, or seances, or people just don't know what they're letting in, and they also, a lot of times, they don't know how to close the portal door, so it's left open, and spirits are walking in and out, and generally they're lower level entities, I believe, or demons.
So do they tell you their names or anything like that?
Yeah, they do on occasion. If you ask them, usually we'll find that out, like I said, the audio that we review later, we'll ask them their name, and a couple times we'll get an answer.
Really?
So.
Do you remember any of them or anything like that?
I don't often.
Understood. No, that's cool.
No.
I don't want to know.
Not that you really want to. So do you can they come back or whatever? Like repeat? You know what I mean? Like be gone. So, like, if you cleanse a house or, like,
Yeah.
a demon and stuff like that, like, they go or whatever, however, I mean, you ever had one, like, repeat or show up at a different vicinity and stuff like that? Like, a different house?
Not show up at a different, occasionally, and, there's certain things people need to do. They can't talk about it afterwards. No doing the EVPs in the house. No, just things like that. And if they do that a couple times, on a couple occasions, they have come back because of that. Because it's just inviting them back in almost.
Oh, I'm not playing that sound thing again then.
No, that one's okay, I promise.
All right, I'm going to play it one more time if nobody heard it.
It's entering my brain! I'm just kidding.
All right, we got another question there. Wait, I'm going to play it then when it's... That freaks me out every time. All right.
I know my husband said, you're not going back to that house. And I said, well, I may have to.
So, is there a way that a ghost can haunt multiple people at one time?
That's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. In different locations. But we have the case where I just told you about where it was going from house to house.
Right, with multiple
so I guess
people.
The answer would be yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the answer would be yes.
And but they're not like omnipresent, right? Like they literally have to be like here or here, right?
Right, they have to be one place or another. I don't think they can split up and be in two places at once. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't think that they can do that. I've never come across a case where they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I've actually never heard of that.
Yeah, so they're literally
Yeah,
like
sure.
an entity.
Right, if it was an entity, a demonic entity, yeah, I'd say it probably could.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't get its power. I mean, it doesn't get its power from. It has its power already,
Mm-hmm.
given to it by something else. So, yeah, I think it probably could, if it was a demonic entity, but not the human spirit.
Okay. So we know that protection, so prayers, candles.
Right. Candles. Yeah, there's protection candles that might help. That we've used. My son has used, and they seem to have helped. We don't generally use candles in our investigations or our cleansings, but I don't know that they could or couldn't help, to be honest with you.
I heard one time that candles attract spirits. And I like candles,
Really?
and that makes me like scared then to light one, even though I light them anyway.
I never heard of that, unless
Okay,
of course
good.
you're doing a seance with them.
I wasn't.
That came to mind with me.
It was just a smelly candle. Okay.
No, I burn candles all the time. I don't think so.
Okay.
I seem to have luck with that. So
Have you ever had, like-
no?
Like, more than, like, say, more than 1 or 2 or 3 demonic spirits there at once, and does one seem like
There was
like, do
one
they
house
ever
where we,
haunt, like, in
there was.
groups or something, or, like...
Yeah, they're demonic. They definitely come in groups. I believe there was a house where there were 7 of them there, and he answered as 7.
Yeah.
In fact, it answered in German. So
That is wild.
So was one more
Yeah,
powerful
yes.
than the other, or did it seem like one was a leader, or however, or something? Anything like that? Just like...
generally, I believe, there's a leader generally, and the other ones, there generally is a leader, and the other ones follow the commands. There's what you call minions, and lower level. There's lower level demons, higher level demons, and definitely. And of course, there's the big one, which I don't like to talk about. So that definitely.
That goes to that movie.
What?
Which one?
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
It's phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's a true one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they answered in 6. Like, what's your name? They said 6.
Was it 6 or was it 7?
I never saw it, but
It's
I heard.
6, I
guess there
thought.
was
Oh,
one.
understood.
I don't know.
But, so, like, what about
Because I knew it.
Amityville Horror?
What's that?
What about, like, Amityville
Amityville
Horror and
Horror.
stuff? I mean, I thought that was...
I heard that was. Yeah, it was true, but I heard that a lot of it was made up. From what I've read,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Understood.
Especially, well, the sequels, of course. Definitely.
Yeah.
But the first one, I've heard they embellish that a lot. And then, of course, there's the demon house, which I don't know if I believe that or not.
What do you... Like, with the Civil War and stuff like that, with war, and let's say go, like, to the Civil War and during that times, I mean, do you think, like, somewhere, like, in that, where all that stuff took place, you know...
Like Gettysburg?
Yeah, I mean...
Gettysburg is extremely haunted. From what I understand, they can hear the cannons go off. They can hear the men during the night talking. They can see apparitions. There's a lot going on in Gettysburg, I understand. And there's a Civil War cemetery out here in Texas. I just heard of last night. I forget the name, but it's supposedly very active as well. You know, the forts are very active. Yeah, definitely. Anything that has to do with wars can be extremely haunted. You know, a lot of times, like I say, they don't know that they're dead. A lot of times, or it's residual haunting, where it just keeps happening over and over and over again, kind of like a loop, a film loop. It just keeps happening over and over and over. So there's many reasons for it.
I just had a question. Darn it. Wait,
No,
it's like,
okay.
it's right here.
There's a very haunted cemetery we went to a couple weeks ago. It's called the Martha Chapel Cemetery. Well, unbeknownst to us, the locals don't like us there. In fact, they've been known to pistol whip people from what it said. So we get in there and we drive up to the point. It was so negative and so dark that we decided to leave. We didn't even want to go in. And we turned around and instantly there was a big truck behind us, flashing its flashers and on our tail. So I think it was one of the locals. He had followed us in and decided he was going to follow us out and harass us.
That's pretty crazy.
So that's what he did for about 10 miles, I believe.
That would freak me out by itself.
So, like, being
that
in...
did freak me out by it. Yeah, because, yeah.
So doing what you're doing, I mean, how does your family feel about it? I mean, if you had siblings and stuff, I mean, though I don't really know, to be quite... I mean, like your mother, father, I mean, were they for you on it? Or were they against you on it? Or, like, do they...
used to say I was crazy. He expected this out of me. I know, my kids are more, they're overprotective, so they keep telling me to be careful. They're very overprotective. And my husband just says, as long as it stays on the other side of the street, I don't care. In fact, I can't even practice and learn my own equipment in the house because I can't turn it on. He's afraid that it's going to attract a spirit. So sometimes I'll go to investigations not even knowing how to use my own equipment.
What do you tell...
Because I can't turn it
When
on.
people say, hey, nice to meet you, I'm an accountant, what do you do?
Right.
What do you say?
Most of them think it's incredible. They like it. They'll ask questions and we'll talk about it for about 15, 20 minutes. But yeah, most of the time when they find out what I do, they're very excited about it.
That's
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, we were excited.
We were excited.
Heck yeah. I mean, it's like a pleasure. I mean...
You guys should come down here and go on it with us once.
I know, that'd be fun. You have a question.
Yeah,
how do you get into it?
How did you
How
get...
did I get into it?
Oh, how did you? Yes, sorry. I can't read.
I just basically started searching for ghost hunting groups, and that I was looking for a group to join, and found this group, which is the best group I've ever seen. Honestly, it honestly cares so much about its clients. So that's how I got into it. We had an interview. We both got along with each other. We liked each other. So I joined, and it's now almost 3.5 years later. So it's more like a family than anything at this point.
So I have a question. We have Halloween coming up.
Right.
Do you think that they are more active around Halloween, or do they not care? Are they like, score, we're going to go scare some little kids, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really think they care any more than any other night. I think it's more the people that go out there and see that as, satanic groups that go out and practice craft, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more them that That's how I do things. I think that anything it's in.
Okay. So it's people more than, like, the spirit.
Yeah, it's people more than spirits, definitely, in my opinion.
So is there like any kind of smell, anything different that you notice and stuff? Like
Smell.
Yeah, like with demons, I mean,
smell.
like rotten eggs, or like they say on like the movies and stuff like that. Just out of curiosity.
Some people will smell something. Sometimes you smell like feces. Sometimes you'll feel like I felt like cobwebs on my face.
Ooh.
It's another paranormal thing is if you feel is on your face, sometimes it indicates that spirits are near. Trying to think what else. Different smells. You can smell perfume. You can smell flowers. There's a plethora of ways that spirits will let you know that they're close to you, especially if it's someone that has passed on, like your mother or your father. If they wear a certain cologne or liked a certain flower, then they'll try and sometimes present that smell to you, so you'll know who they are.
Is there any ever a sulfur smell or like if
Sometimes I've heard of sulfur smells. I haven't smelled it personally, but I have heard there are sulfur smells sometimes.
That's interesting. So honestly, where do you get that equipment? I mean, is there some kind of
Is it your design?
it seems
Believe it or not, there's ghost shops all over the internet where you can buy them, but believe it or not, Amazon or eBay, yeah, they're the best places and the least inexpensive.
That is funny.
So they're usually where I'll go on and look. There's some specialized ones that invent their own equipment that I'll go on and look at, but for the most part, it's Amazon.
That is wild.
Because
Wonder how you advertise it if you sell
I know.
it. Do you ever sell it yourself or trade it? I mean,
it's like ghost hunting equipment.
Yeah,
Do you ever sell it then, or trade it, or trade up?
No, I usually hold on to it.
Understood. I mean, advertising the 2003 ghost camera. I mean, I don't know how it is.
Yeah, we usually, I think we have a ghost camera, but we usually use just regular, like Polaroid cameras or Nikon cameras. We usually just use those.
Understood.
Yeah, they're the cheapest and they get the job done. As well as anything else does.
Do people send you pictures a lot and they're like, is this a ghost here? And it's, you know what I mean, like dust, or you know what I mean? Does everybody pull out a picture to show you?
I think so, yeah. People have done that to me. My maid has done that to me. We speak Spanglish because she speaks only Spanish and I speak English. So, yeah, she was showing me a picture of something on the couch, someone's couch. The sunlight hit me. She thought it was demonic. So she's always bringing me pictures like that. I know. I'm always getting pictures from her. Different houses that she's cleaned. She thinks everything has a ghost or everything's demonic.
All right, another question for you. What do you love about ghost hunting?
The thrill.
Yeah.
I do love the thrill. I love the idea also that we're helping spirits. Like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And helping the client, obviously. So all those three combined. That's what I love about doing it.
Well, that's very cool.
It also helps me find answers. I mean, I am always searching for the unknown, and so it's a good outlet for it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gives me a good outlet for it. So, and I don't know, I really enjoy it. I've always enjoyed it. I've always wanted to do this. Now with the kids out of the house, it's perfect time.
Yeah.
You get to go have fun.
Yeah, now it's time to do fun ghost hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They say I've reverted back to a kid, and I say, okay.
All right. Well, we don't want to take up too much of your time. We really appreciated it, and thank you for working with us with our wonderful technical difficulties.
Yeah, thank you.
Again,
I appreciate it.
Website ghostsharethetexas.org. Wait, I'm going to play your name one more time.
Okay, cool.
One more time. We got to hear it. All right, that's all you get.
Uh,
It freaks me out.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Steph. We appreciate it.
Thank you for everything. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy
and stuff.
Halloween.
I don't know what you got planned, but I bet it's got to be
keep us
phenomenal.
posted.
I know.
Yeah, really. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. You guys have a great one as well.
Thanks,
Thank
Steph.
you so much. God bless you.
All right, thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, we'll hang up with Steph there. Thanks for tuning in. Again, Chris and Laura Trostel were of the intuitivecouple.com, so you can go there, check us out, see what we're about. You can also follow us on Facebook. We do these shows. Wednesday night is our interview shows, and we had some technical difficulties, and Steph was awesome, and we worked with it. This might be what we do every week.
Who knows? It was fun. It was,
It worked out well. So Wednesday, this Saturday, we'll be streaming from...
I don't know yet. We haven't quite
don't know
decided.
yet.
We'll leave it as a surprise.
We'll leave it a surprise.
Yeah.
We'll be around 2.
Yeah, but
2.
we'll be on anyways.
Yeah, so we'll be on. So check out our, if you didn't like our Facebook channel, it's The Intuitive Couple, Chris and Laura Trostel. We try to make it as long as possible for you guys. Mm-hmm. But we usually post on our pages as well. You can always connect to Chris and Laura Trostel. Usually during the shows, we do readings. So if you ever want to read reading with us, I don't know what I'm saying. If you ever want a reading with us during the show, connect with Chris and Laura Trostel, and then we'll call you through Facebook Messenger. So, and then basically we'll put you on speakerphone. We do a lot of low-key tech stuff, but it works.
Yeah, we just try to have fun with it. I mean,
it's true.
Yeah, it's fun too. But again, thank you for all that joined us tonight, that came on, checked it out.
Oh my gosh, it's a ghost.
I know. Hopefully it was as good and fun and interesting for you as it was for us. For me anyway.
It was pretty cool.
It was cool and stuff.
I'm not going to play that recording anymore, though.
It's down the drain. We're deleting that one. Thank you,
That
though.
is going to be deleted.
Getting an old priest and a young priest. Stuff.
Oh, there's Steph on. Thank you, Steph. And you, Steph, you can post your Facebook and your website in the comments here so people can see it. Go check it out, ghosttexas.org. And we would love to see you at theintuitivecouple.com. And we'd love to see you here on Saturday. Until then, happy Halloween. Oh, we could say happy Halloween Saturday. Happy Halloween right now, too.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys.
Have a good night.